Humdinger. Come on, follow me. I'm looking for Captain Emery. He's a fisherman, and I get to be his mate for a day. I get to go fishing. Well, anyway, if you see him, tell him Mr. Humdinger's looking for him.
Hello there. Have you seen Mr. Humdinger? I have a very important message for him. He went that way? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, hello, old boy. Have you seen him? Oh, hi. I'm Captain Emery. I'm looking for my new deckhand, Mr. Humdinger. Have you seen him? Oh, you think he might be in there? Well, let's go see. What's that noise? Is there a walrus on my boat? Is there somebody aboard? Hello?
Hi! You must be Captain Emery. Pleased to meet you. Boy, it sure is good to meet you. I'll be right down.
Well, are you ready to be a commercial fisherman for a day?
Aye, aye, sir. Hot diggity dog.
Don't tell me. I just missed them. Where did they go? They must have gone down to the marina. What's the marina? That's where all the boats are. It's just like a parking lot for boats. Come on!
Mr. Humdinger, this is the marina. Now, this is where the fishermen park their boats when they're not working.
Well, golly, Captain Emery.
Oh, Mr. Humdinger, I finally found you. I followed you all this way because you forgot your lunch.
I forgot my lunch. Oh, no. I've got to have my lunch. Without my lunch, I'll just slowly come to a stop. I'm hungry. Bye. I'll be right back.
That must be some lunch. Here he comes.
That's a huge lunch.
Well, fishermen can be gone for days out fishing. And I'll get hungry. Let's see what I brought to eat. There's 100 bananas, 250 cookies, 75 carrots, and 1 sandwich.
Well, I've got some errands to run before we go on our fishing trip. I'll meet you on deck at 1400 hours. That's 2 o'clock.
Oh! Aye, sir! Yippee! Before we look at the boats at the marina or get near the water, we should be wearing a... What are you wearing?
A life jacket.
You don't need to wear a life jacket.
Uh-huh.
You're a fish. Fish live in the ocean. And besides, you've got it on backwards. Let me show you how to put one on.
Okay.
Here we go. There. in here. Mr. Fan, could you please help get me out of here?
Here we go.
Now you see why we need to wear a life jacket. There's all kinds of boats at the marina. There's fishing boats,
Tugboats, sailboats, yachts.
and Coast Guard vessels. Which is your favorite boat, Mr. Fan? Mr. Fan, where are you? There he goes! Mr. Fan, come out here! Fish don't drive boats! Stop that fish! Where do you think you were going, Mr. Fan?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yes, I hitched a ride because it was heading towards food.
You mean out to sea to catch some fish?
No, it was going to the local hamburger stand.
Hamburger stand? Fish don't eat hamburgers.
I want a fish burger.
Fish burgers. Well, that sounds pretty good. But I think we have to go meet the captain. Why don't we head on over to his boat?
Goody.
Well, there she is. That's Captain Emery's fishing boat. It sure is big. It's 90 feet long. It just got out of the repair shop. Before we go on board, let's take a look at the dry dock. To repair a boat, you first have to get it out of the water. This is a travel hoist. It lifts the boat right out of the water. First, they attach this sling underneath the boat. Then they start the engine and drive down the pier and lower the boat into the water. Once they get the boat out of the water, they set it on these stilts so they can repair it. Did you know that they paint the bottom of the boat every year because sea critters like to eat it? That's right. Sea worms like to gnaw on the boat, like this. Can you imagine that? Eating a boat? Now, if the boat was made out of wood, why, it'd get all kinds of holes in it like this. And then the boat could sink. While on dry dock, the repairman can fix the propeller or the rudder. Now, the propeller is attached to a shaft from the engine. The engine turns the propeller real fast, and that makes the boat go. Now, the captain turns the rudder from inside here, the wheelhouse. This is where the captain pilots his vessel and where some of the other equipment's located. Right up here, this here is the radio.
Mayday, mayday!
Would you stop that?
Just practicing.
Thank you. This is the equipment that helps you find your way on the ocean. This right here, this is the fish finder. If there's any fish swimming underneath the boat, why, they'll appear right here on the fish finder.
A fish finder? Ah, fish burgers!
This is the horn. I wonder what it sounds like. Wow! Let me see if my horn's working. Well, that's funny. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. Now over here, I really am gonna have to get that fixed. It's never done that before. Now, below deck is where the galley and the sleeping quarters are. Why don't we go see that? Come on. Oh, hi. This is where the crew sleeps. You have to be skinny-winny to sleep in here. Hey, what's that noise? Hey, you down there.
Fishburgers.
It's not a fish burger. It's a finger. I think. Speaking of food, why don't we go see what the galley or the kitchen looks like? Now this here is the galley or the kitchen. It's just like your kitchen at home. And it's my favorite spot on the whole boat. That's because there's food here. I think I'll make myself a little snack. I wonder if there's anything in here to eat. Nope, there's nothing in there. What about in the microwave? It's empty. Now I know the crew's gone grocery shopping, but I just don't know where that food is. Oh, I know. Bananas. I'll make myself some banana soup. Eating and cooking out at sea is a whole lot different than at home. Well, that's because the ocean waves can send the boat up and down, up and down. That tastes pretty good. And then the ocean waves can send the boat this way, and that way, and this way, and that way. Now, see what I mean? Eating out at sea is difficult. But I should have put that banana peel in the garbage. I could have gotten hurt. Now, if there is an accident on board, the fisherman can get all kinds of help. If he's out at sea, he can call the Coast Guard. If he's on the dock, why, he can call the fire department. Hey, kids, did you know that there's special fire boats just like fire trucks? Mr. Humdinger requesting permission to come aboard, sir.
Mission granted, Mr. Humdinger.
Oh, hot diggity dog, thanks. Now I'm ready to go. This is the wheelhouse. This is where we steer the boat, turn on the lights, use the radio, and sound the horn. There sure are a lot of funny horns around here. This is the monitor that we use to put out the fire. The engines pump water from the ocean and out through the monitor. It can spray the water up to 120 feet. Wow, that's as high as a 12-story building. Now, if a fisherman has a real emergency out at sea, every fisherman has a survival suit. Wow! A fisherman can last 1, 2, 3 whole days in this thing. Every fisherman needs to know how to put one of these things on. I better practice. There! Let me show you how it works. Ah! All fishing vessels need strong, powerful engines to get out onto the ocean. This engine produces 680 horsepower.
There's 680 horses down here. Hi-ho, Silver! Yeah! Get him! Can I feed him some carrots?
Horsepower, power, that That just tells us how powerful the engine is.
Oh, but I wanted to go for a horsey ride. Well, I guess the only horses we're gonna find out here are seahorses.
With that much horsepower, the vessel can travel up to 12 knots.
That's pretty fast. I know I can't tie that many knots.
No. Knots is just the way fishermen say how fast the boat travels. Now, if you try real hard, you can run almost as fast as the boat travels.
Mr. Humdinger, it's 1400 hours. Aren't we supposed to meet the captain on deck?
You're right. I hope we're not too late. Mr. Humdinger reporting for duty, sir.
Mr. Finn, be careful. We use that net for fishing.
But where's the worms?
Worms?
Yes, worms. If I was a fish, I'd be on the lookout for worms. And if I saw one, I'd swallow it, just like this.
Oh, no, we don't use worms. The net is dragged under the water like a big sock.
Oh.
And as it's dragged along under the water, it scoops up the fish, kind of like this. Over here, we have the door. We let the doors out with the winch. The doors drag the net to the bottom and spread it open like a big ice cream cone. And the fish swim right in. Now, this here is a flopper stopper. Now, the flopper stopper attaches to that pole there and drags through the water, keeping the boat in balance so it doesn't tip and sink.
Sink? Did he say we're gonna sink? Help! Help! We're sinking! We're sinking! Mayday! Mayday!
Mr. Fan, what are you doing?
I thought we were sinking.
We're not gonna sink when we're still tied up at the dock.
Besides, Captain Emery says the Coast Guard will come help us if we have any trouble out at sea.
This is the United States Coast Guard 44-foot search and rescue boat. Now, if a fisherman's engine stops working out at sea, why, this here boat can tow the fisherman's boat right back into the marina. This is the line that they use to tow the fishing boats. Mr. Finn, let go of that. I know you can swim strong, but you can't tow a fishing boat. Let go of that. This right here is where the Coast Guard captain steers the boat. Right over here is where he turns on the lights. Now up here, here's the microphone that he uses to communicate with the stranded boat. Hello? Hello? And right up here, here's the horn. Whoa! I wonder if my horn's finally working yet. Let me check. It's finally working. That right there was the noise of the chicken of the sea.
A call for help can come at any time. This Coast Guard boat could even receive a call for help while practicing a maneuver in between some rugged rocks. And it doesn't matter how bad the weather is or how high the waves, the Coast Guard's boats can always get through. The Coast Guard shows up just in time. They help the men off the fishing boat onto the Coast Guard vessel. The fishermen are wearing their survival suits. Now, the fishermen are safe. The Coast Guard then uses their tow rope to tow the fishing boat back to the marina. The captain will check in with his commanding officer for further instructions. The Coast Guard is always ready to help the fisherman while he's out at sea.
What are you wearing?
I've got my oilskins on. Captain Emery told me that's what fishermen call raincoats.
But it doesn't look like it's gonna rain.
You never know.
That's right, Mr. Finn. You never know when the weather might change. We better call the weatherman. All fishermen check with the weather service to see what the weather will be like while they're out fishing. They don't want to get caught out in a huge big storm while they're fishing. What's that? You say it's going to be sunny every place except over our boat? It's going to rain right over our boat?
It's not raining.
Well, here, let me check.
Wait, how did you get all wet?
Well, it's raining outside.
It's raining? It's not raining? Well, I don't know how you got all wet, but you'd better get out of those wet clothes. It's time to go. We're gonna take on some ice, get some fuel, and head out to sea.
It's cold in here.
Well, that's because we're inside the ice house.
I'm gonna get something warm to wear.
Oh, that's a good idea. We need to get ice over for our fishing trip to keep the fish cold. Oh, thank you. Are you still cold?
I'm so cold my teeth are chattering.
You're not having any teeth.
Oh yeah.
This is the ice machine. The sides of it get real cold. And on the inside, the water drips along the sides, freezes, and then it's scraped, turning into ice flakes. And then the ice flakes go down below where they're stored for the fishing boats. I wonder where Mr. Finn is. This is the ice pen. This is where they store the ice, kind of like your freezer at home. When a fishing boat comes, they take this ice and they pump it out through a big hose onto the boat. Mr. Finn, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, I heard there's a boat out there. Let's go see what it's like to put the ice on the boat.
Oh.
The ice comes out of the hose into the pen like this. Like this. I wonder what's wrong with this thing. Ah! Where? Hey! You took my hat! You have my hat! Oh, thank you. This is my favorite hat. Although it does look a little different.
Whoop, excuse me. Wrong hat. This is your hat.
Oh, okay. Ah, this is it. Thank you very much. I don't think so. This hat kind of feels funny.
Oops. Try this one.
This must be it. Nope, I don't think so. Hey, you're wearing my hat.
Yeah, right. I apologize. I forgot I was wearing it.
That's okay. Now that we gotten our hats on right and finished getting ice, we're heading out to sea. Inside the wheelhouse, the captain is busy with his charts. Let's go take a look. What you doing, Captain?
I'm reviewing my charts to see where I want to go fishing. Every captain has his own favorite fishing hole, even out here in the ocean.
Look, Captain Emery. You found them. Fish on the fish finder. Fishburgers.
It may seem easy to find the fish, but it's not. Even with the fish finder, it can still take a long time to find the fish.
But I have a plan.
Oh?
Yeah, I'll be the new fish finder. I'll find the fish sticking my head under the water.
I know you. You don't want to find the fish. You want to eat them.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing that we do when we go fishing is we let out the doors. Captain Emery said I can do this part if I'm strong enough. Now, we let out the wire, and then I connect this chain to the door. Then we let her out. Then I unhook the safety chain, and then we send the door out into the ocean. There she goes. The next thing we do is we let out the net. Captain Emery's boat is a trawler. Trawlers drag their nets behind the boat. The net is 250 feet long. The doors, which weigh 2,000 pounds, help drag the net along the bottom of the ocean. Floats hold the top of the net up so that the net, shaped like an ice cream cone, can scoop up the fish that have appeared on the fish finder. After a while, it's time to bring the net up on deck. After one tow, Captain Emery brings the net up on deck. A tow is when the fishermen drag the net through the water and then bring the net on board. A tow can just last a few minutes or all day. It just depends on how many and how quickly the fish swim into the net. The net has large enough holes to let the little baby fish swim right on through. Captain Emery only catches and keeps the big fish. The net on Captain Emery's boat can hold up to 70 tons of fish, or up to 50,000 fish. Wow! Woohoo! Look at all those fish! Now, the way we get the fish out of the net is by pulling on this pucker string. Here it goes. Now I gotta shake the net and get all these fish out. Woohoo!
Oh boy, it's dinner time.
Now, fishermen catch all kinds of things in their nets, and we want to get rid of anything we don't want to keep, like seaweed or wood or broccoli. Broccoli? We definitely want to throw that overboard. Now, the next thing we do is we sort the fish. We can catch all kinds of fish, and we put them into different fish boxes. This right here is a chili pepper. He goes over there. This right here is a grenadier. We'll put him in that box over there. This is a hardhead. And this right here is a Dungeness crab. We'll put him in that box. Now that we've sorted the fish into the different fish boxes, we need to get them down into the ice pens to keep them cold before we give them to the processing plant. Whoops!
I got it! My fishburger! Ah!
When the pens are filled with fish, it's time to head into shore. Captain Emery will deliver his load of fish to the processing plant. The fish are removed from the boat with a big hose. Kind of like your vacuum cleaner. The fish are sucked up the hose onto the conveyor belt and then dropped into this container. The vacuum is so strong. Mr. Fan, don't get near that hose. Mr. Fan! Mr. Fan!
In his quest to find the perfect fish burger, the mischievous Mr. Finn has inadvertently gotten sucked up the fish hose into who knows where. Fortunately, Mr. Humdinger is on the scene to rescue him. We hope.
paradise. Look at all these fish. Is it dinner time yet?
Dinner time? No, it's not. You better behave yourself in here. Now, after the fish get sucked up the hose, they land in bins like these.
Next, the fish are weighed on the fish scale so they know how much to pay the fisherman. Then the fish travel along the conveyor belt where they're prepared for the market. This worker is filleting or cutting the fish.
These workers wrap and package the fish.
Then all the boxes of fresh frozen fish are loaded onto great big trucks. The trucks travel all over the country, right into your neighborhood to deliver the fish to
Supermarkets, restaurants, and fish markets. As we've seen, a lot of people help the fisherman get his fish to the market. It's a lot of hard work, but it's also very rewarding. May I help the next person in line, please?
I'd like 100 fish burgers to go.
Again? Well, Mr. Finn, I think it's time to take a break and eat my lunch. I brought my lunch. 250 cookies, 100 bananas, 75 carrots, and 1 sandwich. This is a good looking sandwich. Now this is my kind of sandwich.
Now hold on, Mr. Humdinger. You're not through being a commercial fisherman yet.
I'm not?
Oh, no. We have to clean up the boat first. I need you to swab the decks.
But I need to eat my sandwich.
You can do that later.
Oh, hi, sir.
Like I said, kids, fishing is hard work. I wonder where that Mr. Fan is.
Thanks, Captain Everett, for everything. I'm off for another fish burger. Ha 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 ha!